Offensive line coach, Brent Key. Questions for Coach Key?
What's up, guys?
Obviously, don't have the scholarship numbers you'd like probably in the camp, but how are the guys handling the workload and the heat and all that?
I mean, it's like any football camp you go through. It's always going to be hot. That's the expectation when you play college football and really college football in the South. And from the time you grow up in high school and even junior high and into college, I mean, the expectation is it's going to be hot out there. As coaches, we have to be smart to put them in situations where they're not endangering themselves. But Coach Collins did a great job of that, of being smart and giving good water breaks and mixing up between the indoor and outdoor, so that they're able to withstand the heat, but at the same time acclimate to the heat. Because come our first home game, I mean, we're going to be in the middle of the day playing in the heat here in Bobby Dodd.
We were talking to Coach Patton the other day, and he was talking about the biggest stride he felt this group had made was in mental development and understanding what is expected of them. Is that something that you've seen from them as well? Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, the game, the saying that it's about 10 or 20% physical and 80, 90% mental it's so true. The mental part of it, the mental toughness they have to withstand, whether it be the practice, whether it be the coaching, the tough situations they're put in. The mental toughness to work on their own, to study the installation, at the same time be able to go out there and execute it at a high level, at a fast pace, in a fast-paced offense, and being able to do it as physical as possible. It's the mental toughness that kicks in with that allows guys to be successful to do that.
We've been trying Will Lay and Chet Legat at center, working them there. How are they progressing?
Oh, they're doing a good job. I mean, the guys that obviously the play always starts with the center. They got to execute the snap number one and be able to make the calls and identify the front and put all the other guys in the right position, whether it be run or pass up front. So it starts with the center and being able to work as many guys as possible there. And you're only as good as the guy that's able to come in next. So we have to be able to not only find a guy that can be able to go out there and do it consistently, but find more than one and to be able to have a good depth at that spot.
With left guard, that seems like kind of the other spot that's kind of been unsettled, at least in terms of camp right now. Kind of what are you seeing from those guys?
I don't really consider any of the spots being settled. We go out every day and continue to work different people at different spots, but at the same time, you're going to be elevated above the line with the effort and the intensity that you play with, and the entire culture here is built on the effort. And for guys to be able to go out and give great effort, but at the same time know what to do, how to do, and why they're doing it, and be able to go out and execute their assignments. And the guys that can go out and do that the most consistently are the guys that are going to have the spot, whether it be left guard, right tackle, left tackle, or center. I mean, all those spots. And they're open every day. It's open competition. And I think we're doing a good job. The guys are doing a good job. And you're starting to see some that are they're doing that more consistently on a consistent basis.
You have had some injuries in your group. Is it a situation where that could be fluid all the way up to the first game if you get guys back before then and that kind of thing?
Kelly, injuries are part of the game. Injuries are expected. When you've coached football for this long, you've coached this position, which is a physical position, it's something that you expect. You hope that it doesn't happen, but it does, and we know that. And that's why as coaches and as coaching staff and Coach Collins has put us in a position to be able to do the best we can of developing depth and being able to adapt when injuries occur. And especially on the line, I say it all the time, you're only as good as the number of people that can help you compete.
Do you go about, because of the depth situation that you have, any differently in the way you run camp or doing contact stuff?
No, not at all. On any given day, we have 18 to 20 guys on the offensive line that can go out there and put their pads on and tie their shoes up and put their helmet on the same way. So to me, I mean, if you get 5 guys up there, those 5 guys are all expected to be able to go out there and execute what they're supposed to do. It doesn't matter if you're an A group, a B group, a C group, above the line, below the line. To me, as a coach in the offensive line, I mean, the expectation is to go out there and execute your assignment and to do it physically.
William seems like a guy, William Lay, that may be an above-the-line guy for you, particularly at center. He's got a lot of reps. What do you like about him there? Kind of what has he done?
Well, it's like I said, the center spot, the number one thing you have to do is be able to execute the play and get the play started from a snap standpoint and from a call standpoint. But at the same time, there's a calmness that needs to come with that position. And there's a leadership through calmness that comes at the center position where with what you say, whether you're right or wrong with what you say, everyone believes you and has confidence in you to be on the same page. And there's a lot of plays that are run where the center might make a call and it's not the perfect call, but everyone around him has the faith and the trust that he's making the right call, and they're going to go do it exactly the way he says it.
You guys flipped Jamal over to play some offensive line. How's he done so far?
He's been a really good surprise for us. Flipping over a couple days ago, a little story. I check guys' notebooks and see kind of how they're taking notes and what they're doing. And I think it was probably the morning of the third day that he'd been over on the O-line, and I looked at his notebook in front of everybody. I mean, he had like 6 full pages full of notes, top to bottom, front, back, and really impressive the way he's going about trying to learn and working at it. Not to mention he's got good size and good ability, but the approach he's taken of learning it and immersing himself in the culture of offensive line has been really impressive.
What prompted that?
Well, it's like anything, Ken. I mean, it's like all the positions out there. We're trying to be able to have position flexibility out there, be able to have guys play both sides of the ball, being able to find the best, whether it be 5, 10, 15 guys out there on the field to be able to help us. And whether the guys move from offensive line to defensive line or linebacker to tight end, whatever it may be, we're going to try to find the best guys that give us a chance to have success.
How have Jack and Zach kind of progressed as tackles for you?
They've done a good job. I've been proud with their progression. I think Zach is really matured. And you can tell the weight gain that he put on in the offseason, up over 30 pounds, has really helped him withstand, the position. And you don't really see it in his effort and his running and all that, because he's giving great effort. He's running to the football, doing all the extra things you ask. And a lot of times when a guy puts on 30 pounds in less than 6 months, you think, what if one of you guys went out there and put a 25-pound plate on your back and tried to run down the street? You'd be pretty tired. And that's basically what Zach's doing every single day. So I've been proud of him and the effort he's given, while at the same time, really understanding the position. He's very detailed. It's important to him, and it shows in his development every day and the effort he's given. On the other side, Jack has been working the tackle spot. The same thing. Jack has some limited experience in this type of offense, so he was able to get in and know a little bit from the start. But now that really doesn't matter. Everybody's on the same page now when it comes to the understanding and the learning of the position. And again, he's been able to go out there and compete every single day, and he's been eager to learn. He's a positive influence around everybody else. Like every one of them, we all have a lot of things we have to get better at every single day. But they continue to show improvement. All I ask for these guys every day is to be better than you were the day before. And if you can continue to do that, that's where I believe that the cream starts to rise to the top of this position.
I can't remember who I was talking to in the spring, but he was talking, might have been Kenny maybe, I'm not sure. But he was talking about how every day in the spring was kind of a conscious effort to remain balanced, remain off of his toes, and distribute his body weight evenly. Now in the fall, do you see guys who were in that old system, do you see them now reverting back to the muscle memory that you taught them in the spring, and kind of how has that progression been for them?
Yeah, and we don't look any in the past. There's no past involved in this group that we're coaching right now, and especially on the offensive line. We don't look in the past. We don't talk about the past. As far back as we go is the first day of spring practice, and that's what they know. That's what I know with them, and that's all we talk about. And they're held to a standard now of what they're being coached to do, and that standard is to be the best they can be and do the technique and the fundamentals the way it is. And there's no excuses in our room, no excuses in our group. And as their coach, there's no way I would allow that to happen. So everything is, what we're going to do today to be the best we can be today, and be able to be better at it tomorrow.
What's your confidence level that by the time you get to the first couple of games of the season, this group will be an effective unit?
I can't answer a hypothetical question now. You can't answer questions that don't have true answers to them. So, again, all I can ask is these guys go out and every single day give the best effort they can and be able to be the best group they can possibly be. And if they continue to have success every single day, improve every single day in every practice opportunity, every meeting, every walkthrough opportunity that they have, they're going to be in a position to go be a competitive group come the first game. But again, I can't answer a hypothetical question and put something out on the table that is uncertainty.
You had 3 second-year guys that didn't play last year at guard, and Minahan, Smith, and May. How have those guys kind of developed and learned to pick up your system?
It's the same as all of them, Kelly. I think for the most part, they're learning it at the same rate. They're conscientious kids. They're smart kids. It's not like spring practice where every day is a new day for them. Things they've seen now numerous times. They've seen times over and over again. So the progression has been good. And, the thing I've been happy about has been the competition. Whether it be a Mike May or whether it be a Mikey Minahan or Jared Southers or Austin Smith or now Jamal working over there. it's the competition, and you're only as good as the guy that's behind you or in front of you, and the competition that guy gives you. Because it's real easy in this, it's real easy at any time to relax and feel comfortable and have a sense of comfort in the position, and the competition that we have, and the competition that's been created, whether it be through the entire summer and now through whatever we're on 8, 7, 9, whatever day of practice. And that's what makes us all better. And the more competition we can develop, the more depth we can develop, the better the competition will be, and the better we'll be as a whole.
Here's, offensive line is not uncommon for, to stick with a group of 5 for, the continuity and all that. But I'm curious and I don't know how you think of that, but I'm curious how you're going to approach, the above the line and getting everybody that's ready and available to play into the game.
So what do you ask?
Like, how do you know, how you want to rotate guys or just the challenges of mix,
Oh goodness, I don't even know who's going to be practicing tomorrow with the A group or the B group. So there's no way to answer that question of how we're going to rotate guys or how many guys will be above the line or below the line. All we're striving to do every single day is to get as many of the guys as we can. And if we have 6 guys, if we have 5 guys, all right, that's one thing. If we have 9 guys, if we have 10 guys, if we have 12 guys, we're going to be a better offensive line. The more guys we get, the more guys that have the opportunity to get out there and play.
Could we see Kenny at center again at some point, or is he going to be a guard for you?
I do not know. Kenny's missed some time, and when Kenny comes back, Kenny will get back in the group and fit his way back in, whether it be, I can tell you one spot he won't be, he probably won't be playing a tackle. So, again, hypothetical questions, Kelly.
Sure.
Couple more for Coach K.
Jared, when they call a couple players before you go 11-11, he's often one of those guys. Well, is that an indication of his leadership or just kind of his standing or?
Yeah, Jared's done a good job, since he's gotten here of developing himself as a leader, not only within the offensive line, but within the entire team. And, Coach Collins gives a lot of different guys opportunities every day to come out there and deliver the message that he has to whether it be the individual group or the offense or the defense. And, whether it be a guy that he considers a leader, and we all consider leaders on the team, and Jared's done a great job of that, or it's guys that we're continuing to develop into leaders, or guys that are just great teammates that want to be able to get in front of their team and continue to maybe grow them as leaders. So.
Has this been easier or harder than you thought when you kind of took this job at this point?
I put a easy or hard on my job. I mean, my job's I have the best job in the world. I get to come in every day and work with 18 to 22-year-old kids and develop them at the place that I love, the place that means so much to me. And there's not an easy or hard level you can put on the expectations that we're given. The only expectations I have are these guys go out and play as hard as they possibly can, be as physical as they possibly can, and be as sound as they can in their assignments.
Cool. All right. Thanks.